Welcome. Welcome to Unity Spiritual Center of Woodstock. I'm so grateful that you are here. Yay! It is September 20th, and our technology keeps getting better. And so you get to see we can move around a little bit today.
We can do that.
And I think I'm going to take advantage of that.
I'm sure you will.
So welcome to Unity Spiritual Center. I'm so grateful that you are here. I'm Marypatriece Wendt. I am the spiritual leader here, and
I'm Reverend Tom Wendt. It is my joy to support your spiritual leader in giving our talk for today.
we are so blessed to have you here and to share your presence with us and to walk with us on this journey, knowing that we never know what step we're going to take next. Sometimes it's just taking the next breath that's the most important. And sometimes being that in that still place and knowing that there is a God that speaks with us, there is an inside voice, an understanding that knows who we are, validates who we are, and shows us the way as we get quiet and we listen. And as we move into that space of listening, we open our minds and hearts to the divine source, the divine spirit that is all around us, sharing with us, empowering us, giving us that next breath, that next inclination, the next urge, the next idea and understanding of who we really are. We open our minds and hearts to this moment, to the people that are here, to the people in our lives, to the knowing that there is a divine presence always with us. And there is a divine support always with us, showing us the way, welcoming us to the new day, and knowing that we can show up in the best way that we have within. As soon as we tune in and open up, we know the possibilities are endless. We're so grateful for all of these opportunities and the time that we have to make them happen. And so it is. Amen.
Amen. Thank you.
Shall we do the 5 unity principles?
Let's start.
All right. There is only one presence and one power in the universe and in my life, God the good omnipotence. The Christ Spirit lives within me. Thoughts held in mind produce after their kind. I experience God's presence and power through prayer and meditation. I put my faith into action by demonstration. Unity Spiritual Center and unity in general is a thought process. It's a thought movement, a new thought movement, where we believe that there is a God presence within you that's guiding you in each moment. And that as we tune into it and we open to it, that we can change our lives, literally change our lives and change the world around us. Because we have that space, that intuition, that guidance, that inspiration that is always there waiting for us to just become open and inspired, to take a new path, to make a new choice, to stay the road, and to continue moving forward.
Yeah, I think you've just described being more spiritual than religious, and that we provide an array of tools and options for you to use to experience spirit or God, higher power in your life, and it's up to you. You get to choose which ones work for you, or maybe even create your own. What a great system this is, because the power is in each of you. It's not, it's out there too, but it is all in you. It starts right in here. And that's the part of being spiritual that we focus on.
I agree. So at this time, I'd like to introduce our music team for today, Mrs. Lori Gray Mulligano. Thank you for being here. And her husband and partner in life, George Mulligano, on our sound team. Thank you so much. We're glad you're here.
He's the man.
He's the man, and this duo is a duo that keeps us moving forward with our technology and with creating the experience that's even better each day. So with that, I'll let Lori take it away.
it said, the earth looks peaceful when it's seen from outer space. Such a pretty place for you and me. How do we hear the wisdom of the crickets in the night, singing out a sight from way down here, way down here, where there's always right or wrong. Why can't we just get along? I've heard it said there's 100 billion galaxies of light lighting up the night for you and me. We could be just as peaceful as the earth from outer space, living in a place of harmony. Harmony could be such a joyful sound. Why do we just put each other down? Just consider that there is no wrong or right, and consider that there is no black or white. There are only shades of gray to help us on our way to the light, to the light. I've heard it said every culture has a history in stone, dances of their own they like to do. Wouldn't you like to be accepted just the way you are? Is it really so hard to see? Couldn't we find a way to understand? Blow away that line in the sand. Just consider that there is no wrong or right, and consider that there is no black or white. There are only shades of gray to help us on our way to the light, to the light, to the light, to the light. I've heard it said the earth looks peaceful when it's seen from outer space. Such a pretty place for you and me. Let's take a few moments to pause. To feel our oneness. To see the light within ourselves and others. I am a light, I am a light, I am a light in this world. I am a light, I shine so bright, and we shine, and we shine, and we shine so bright.
Let's take a few moments to take a deep breath and have a few minutes of reflection. Let's go within. If you'd like to close your eyes or focus on a beautiful place in the room, claim this moment as your own. I am here right now. And I breathe the light within me. The camera of my focus, my personal focus, zooms into my heart and allows it to fill the screen. It becomes a kaleidoscope of feelings and dreams and emotions. I allow its colors to wash over me and nurture me and support me. I allow it to ignite me. And the spirit within to become brighter and lighter and glow beyond the very cells that it encompasses. Each particle of me accepts that light and expands. And I relax that camera to zoom out ever so much more, to continue to see its growth. It moves beyond my body, blurring the edges that I think are mine, allowing me to light and share the light with those around me. And I watch it grow and expand. Moving my internal camera even further out. I watch it moving into my community, into my family, into my country, into the world. Seeing this light touch the essence of each person, each living thing. I see my planet shimmer. My world is packed with the divine. And I celebrate its presence. I support the light in everywhere I see. I also support the light in and glowing into those places where I don't seem to see it. And I breathe. And I feel the spirit of it all. I tune in to the light in all. And I bring it back, that feeling of love and joy and possibility. And I hold it in my hands and gently wrap my fingers around it. Knowing that it is my gift to share. Whenever I feel guided in doing that. And knowing that as I gently put my fingers around it, it will find and seep through the cracks between. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, light, joy, peace, and possibilities, for being in me and being the potential that I can always reach for. And so it is. Amen.
Thank you for that. We had not decided who was going to do the meditation
No, we
this
didn't.
morning. So I just left you up here. And you did great.
In the beginning was the Word. And the Word was made flesh. In Unity, we believe that words are part of that creative process that brings it from out here to in here to right here. That our words create the flesh of what they are holding.
Mm-hmm.
They manifest what we're thinking. This is very true in my experience. And even more than that, they send out a vibration of emotion. What I create in my life not only comes to me, but it comes to the people around me.
Absolutely.
The Quest states that when we speak, every atom of our bodies respond to the sound of our voices. Every atom. Not only do we hear what we say, but we feel it. And I'd even go farther than that to say that the people around us do as well. For example, think of a time, if you want to close your eyes, think of a time when you heard words of comfort from someone. Do you feel the words, how they came into you? How maybe they helped you relax a little? Maybe they comforted you bodily or emotionally? How you felt lifted. The power of their words affected you, and I am certain that they affected the person that gave them. Now, on the opposite side, imagine a time when someone close to you was angry with you.
Mm-hmm.
how did that affect you? How did it come into your body? What happened? Was your stomach upset? Did you tense up? Did you tremble? Were they trembling when they said them? Our words carry a power with them, and they create an experience not only for us, but for others. My words manifest what matters in me. I can't share something that's not of me.
You know, I really like starting this talk, which is titled "The Power of the Spoken Word," with that Bible quote, because in the Bible it's referring to John the Baptist. He was the Word who became flesh. But in Unity, we stress that the Bible is our story. It's not just a 2,000-year-old story. It's applicable right now, and your examples are perfect. The Word becomes the flesh of my life and the flesh of my being. And I have a great story to share with you about a client I was working with this week. So I said, "Hey, Kenny, how was your week?" Kenny is his business is bookkeeping / administering the businesses. Some of them nonprofits like churches. Pardon me. "Oh, it was something," he says. "My car still isn't running, but I did order the part, and it should be here in a week. And I'm behind a project. I promised the client I'm only 80% finished, and I'll have to deliver it today, 80% complete. I feel like a complete flop." "I just overcommitted," he says, "and now I have to deliver a partially completed project and tell the client that I failed to do what I promised I would do." "I'll have to adjust the cost, so I'll lose money too. I haven't done much on the goals you and I talked about last week," he says. "There's just so much more to do. I feel so overwhelmed. I just can't catch up. I don't know where to start." He says, "I was in and out of my depression this week." He says, "I have a client who's being audited, and I think I'm okay with that, but he won't get back to me, and I can't do anything until I hear from him. And," he says, "I need to get that email out to a software company, a tech company that will make my life so much easier. I feel my depression coming back hard." Can you hear those words just becoming the flesh of his depression and kind of spiraling him downward more and more into what he doesn't want to feel?
And The Quest, which is a book that we have an ongoing study with each week, it's a year-long journey, it states that our own words affect us the most. This sounds really true for your friend Kenny.
Doesn't it? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What words do we use? How do we refer to ourselves? What's our overall perception of who we are? And do our words empower us, or do they take us down? Because this quest states that it does not have a sense of humor. Your subconscious doesn't have a sense of humor. It doesn't know when you're joking or when you're being honest. And so whatever the words are is what's feeding in. And that's what it's going to start working on to create. So the comments that I share with other people maybe, and I can be guilty of this, I really want my host to feel good about how they put this gathering together. I might say, "Wow, you did so much. I could never do anything like that. I could never, your hummus is way better than anything I can make." Instead of saying, "I really loved your hummus." My internal system is listening to the words that I'm saying about myself, and it is acting on the perception that I'm sharing with it. Because it doesn't know to say, "Oh, I don't believe that, you really didn't mean it." It is trusting that the power, the God, the discernment in me is going to tell the truth and tell it the truth. And if I'm not doing that, I'm letting go of my creative power, or letting it leak out in ways that aren't really serving me. And the longer it goes on, the longer I do these things, the more my subconscious has built up, like, oh, this must be true.
Yeah.
Okay, I've got more evidence to say this is where we are and this is what we act from. And if I continually feed it evidence, just like you need to look for evidence in what you believe in, what that works for you, it's going to create from the evidence that I'm giving it, whether I mean it or not. So the quest will tell you that today's words become tomorrow's reality. My words, originating in my thoughts, are manifesting what matters to me.
So what I'm hearing you say is that if we say it, our body and our mind believe it, even if we think we're joking or sarcasm or anything of that sort, or if we're really pumped and say we're excited, our body and our subconscious believes that too. Okay. And then that's our reality. Power of the spoken word.
Absolutely. You pump your body, you pump your words up, your body's going to feel that energy flow too.
Cool. Yep. And so getting back to my friend Kenny, I said, Kenny, let's keep you from going down that rabbit hole of depression. Let's look at some of the stories you're telling yourself, and let's see if we can change some of the wording. Because it's the power of the spoken word we're talking about here. I said, that client that you'll be speaking to today, only 80% complete, and you feel like a failure. What if you merely explained to him that, you know what, I just overcommitted myself. I'm really sorry, but I realized I overcommitted myself. I said, what if you said that? Then I asked, when can you present the entire product? Oh, he says, I can have it by Monday. Okay. Then also explain that you 100% guarantee that Monday morning he'll have that product. How do you feel about making those statements? He says, I feel pretty good. Now, this was a guy who was going down the rabbit hole just a minute ago. And just by changing his words, he's like done a 180 and he's spiraling upward. I said, and when can you send that email to that company that's going to make your life so much better? He says, I guess I could do it right now. I'll wait. Well, I waited a little bit. Email sent. How do you feel about that accomplishment, Kenny? He says, I feel pretty good. Thank you. He says, I mean, his voice lifted, his countenance lifted, simply by taking some actions prompted by the words he was speaking. So the words had become flesh. The words had become the flesh of his being. And I said, Kenny, I'm going to suggest you remember this, that even a mountain of things to be done is just a lot of little things waiting to be done one at a time. So the next time your subconscious mind tells you that you're overwhelmed, I want you to tell another story. I want you to tell your subconscious mind, hey, I got this. I got this. And then just take those assignments or those responsibilities on one at a time.
I agree. I'm working through that right now.
Yeah, I tend to go in and out of it too. I mean,
but it can be difficult sometimes to remember in that moment that I have a choice. And what's the next, as someone would say, what's the next right thing to do? What words am I telling myself? What story am I telling myself? Am I saying, I can't go any farther? This is too much. It's too much to expect. Am I putting evidence in to say what's being expected is too much? Or can I put into my thinking, what's the next one thing I can do? Because I know I'm going to get through it. There's no doubt. How many times have we gone through difficult things? We know we will get through it. It's how do we want to get through it? What's the language that we're telling ourselves? Will we be miserable every moment of the way, or will we just patiently say, this thing first, then this, then that, and make reasonable demands on ourselves?
So in closing, I think you have a Bible quote.
I
share, don't
do.
you?
From Matthew chapter 16, verse 19. It says, I will give you the keys to the kingdom of heaven. Whatever you bind on earth will be bound in heaven, and whatever you loose on earth will be loosed in heaven. So the words I speak create the heaven in me, or something else. And the words that I let go of, the things that I choose to release that aren't serving me, allow that heaven to come in even more strongly. My words manifest what matters in me. Namaste.
There's a power in the universe, it's one that we all share. Create the life that we desire if we'll just stay aware. Once you have your goal in sight, aligned with highest good, fill your heart with faith and joy, belief and gratitude, and just speak your word. Speak your word. Shout it out to all the universe so that it may be heard. Speak your word. Speak your word. God's just waiting for your signal, so step out and claim your good. Speak your word. When we share with others willingly, we're left with even more. Let go of where it's coming from, just know that it's in store. As we give of ourselves, so shall we receive. God's promise for humanity is ours if we believe. So just speak your word. Speak your word. Shout it out to all the universe so that it can be heard. Speak your word. Speak your word. Speak your word. God's just waiting for your signal. Now step up and claim your good. Speak your word. Creating what we want is easy. Give and receive, ask and believe. Yeah, 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 yeah. Speak your word. Speak your word. Shout it out to all the universe so that it may be heard. Speak your word. Speak your word. God's just waiting for your signal. Now step up and claim your good. Speak your word. Yeah, speak your word. Shout it out for all the universe so that it can be heard. Speak your word. Speak your word. God's just waiting for your signal. Now step up and claim your good. Speak your word.
So it is time now for our tithes and offerings. Speak the word. Share the good. We're so grateful to accept your gift at unitywoodstock.org under the Joy of Giving tab, or else there's a donate button on the front page. We are self-supporting, so every dollar that you share supports us in being able to continue giving the messages that help you along your journey. If you're in the sanctuary with us, there's a basket at the end of the aisle. You can drop your check in there or your donation in there. We are so grateful for every gift, no matter how great or small. And we'd like to acknowledge these gifts with a prayer. So take your gift in your hand or hold it in your heart, we'll say a prayer. Divine love flowing through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. Amen. Just a few announcements for today. Check the calendar online. You're welcome to join any of the support groups that we have ongoing during the week. We are rescheduling the ground level vision quest for later this year, so be a part of that. It's quite exciting. It's looking at the space downstairs and visioning what we could be using that for that supports each other and our communities. And look for each Monday, we have Monday meditations online. Always a great opportunity to enjoy your day, set the tone for your day. And we also have affirmations that come out during the week. Please tune in to our Facebook page. It's just a really great source for messages and encouragement anytime you need them. So we are going to be meeting again today afterwards for our Zoom. If you are interested, please drop us a note into the feed if you'd like to have the information on getting there. But we will have that meeting and, just touch base with you all and find out where you are and how you're doing and how you took in the message for today. So let's go ahead and close with a prayer for protection.
Let's do that.
Okay. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us.
The
presence of God
protects us.
The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. And so it is. Thank you, everyone.
Happy Sunday.
Namaste. Have a great week. You still have to adjust that one.